Chikn Nugget is an online animated web series that, as of this writing, has over 600 episodes on their YouTube channel. It's a very cutesy and slice-of-life web series where the main gimmick is that everyone is extremely gay and gets to eat fast food all the time, plus a little bit of deeper lore if you're into that kind of thing. I've been watching this series for a couple months now, and it's really gotten me thinking. I've watched a lot of making X-human videos in my day, specifically ones from you know who, and after a few months of keeping track with these chubby little animals, I kinda knew it had to be done. But before we continue, I want to lay down my goals here. One is to make one read it one design and leave it at that. I cannot make 1,000 alternate designs or finish a drawing, decide I hate it, and completely restart because I would be here all day if I did that. Spoiler alert, I failed this rule. 2 is I'm not allowed to get wrapped up in references. I always get so attached to my outfit designs and inspirations to the point where I kind of think myself in circles and dig myself into a pit of never-ending what-ifs. It's not fun. Which brings me to rule 3, is to have fun. I'll let you in on a secret, this kind of video is low-key terrifying for me, and that might sound stupid because it is. I don't know if you've been outside, or the opposite of outside recently. People are fucking mean, and they're mean to artists. And it feels like the cardinal sin nowadays is to make bad art. Which sucks because everyone makes bad art, constantly, every day. I do it every day. I probably do it in this video. And for no reason at all, except for people are being bullies, I feel like I'm doing something wrong if I don't make top tier art all the time. So this is me proving to myself and proving to you that that's a dumb mentality to have, and we should all just draw anyway because things are dumb and scary right now. Okay, anyway, with all that out of the way, my name's Cinnamon Roll, and here's Chikn Nugget characters as humans. But only the main cast, these guys, these months. I'm not doing the whole cast. A hurdle for me was figuring out the ages of everybody. The writing for the show, for the most part, is very rated E for everyone, but there's a select few episodes that are like surprisingly kind of raunchy. So I'm just gonna assume most of the cast is early 20s, aside from the literal child and immortal beings. But anyway, for Chikn, I decided that he'd be comfort wear 24/7, so hoodies and sweaters are an absolute must. And for our Nuggie fan, he gets a Dino Nuggie sweater with one of those fake detachable collars, both so he can just pretend to look more put together, and it's kind of like a double entendre for a dog collar. Making implied animal ear shapes with the clothes and hair is always a fun challenge, so I decided to incorporate his droopy dog ears into droopy sleeves. I was also pretty worried that plain jeans were too plain and boring, so I took inspo from those alt kids who will upcycle ruined jeans into large patches onto their not ruined jeans. I tied this outfit all together with some outside slippers and a dog tag necklace because I love being obvious. And I think the doggy tail ponytail is pretty cute, but honestly, I don't know what the hell I was doing with this weird lumpy hair, but no matter. Our goodest boy, Chikn Nugget, is all over with. Here he is. Cheezborger is next, and not gonna lie, I think her outfit is probably my least favorite, maybe tied with coffee, which is odd because I also feel like you understand the theme of her outfit the best. Chi is canonically chubby, so you know I gave that girl the cutest belly, and originally I had her pretty pale, but I let her bake in the sun a little longer so I could give her sesame seed freckles. I feel very, very big brain for that. I was honestly at a loss for words on how to incorporate burger into a design, but I ended up just stacking the burger colors onto her crop and adding the elements of her calico colors into everything else. I think I love her hair the most, to be honest. They remind me of those calico hair dye videos that always looked so pretty. When I showed this design to my brother, his first reaction was to point and scream, "Burger King girl!" So I feel pretty confident that the food was translated well. And a bell collar may seem kind of obvious, and I'll say this till I die. I adore obvious character designs, and she got the collar from her girlfriend anyway, so I think that's cute and amazing. We love girls who love girls. Even though this isn't really my favorite design, like, at all, I think it reps our burger girl pretty well. She's our pretty kitty, it's Chi. Coffee is next, and remember when I said that I failed my first rule where I'm not allowed to make a design, decide I hate it, and make a new one? I really didn't like her first design. I'll just go over it. It's not too terribly different from the final one that you'll see. It's pretty much just a lot of the same ideas, but executed pretty poorly. It's hard, for me anyway, to make a character who is predominantly gray colored. It's not impossible, obviously there's plenty of very well designed gray characters, but for me this shit is hard. It's unfocused, you don't really know what to look at when you look at her. I think the colors are just kind of messily placed, and it's just not great. I don't like how I just didn't draw one of the animal ears, and her eye that's supposed to be covered really isn't, so it looks like she just has an eye and then a mass of flesh. It's not good. Let's show you the good one. Now, personally, I don't like when I adapt an animal character into a human design to just give them straight up ears and a tail, which sounds weird because Coffee has ears and a tail in this design. But I'm adapting these characters as if they were humans in the real world, and since Coffee's character is a sheep who likes to dress as a wolf, I picture Coffee as a human who likes to dress as a wolf. So you can call it a very dedicated furry, you can call her a Therian, or you can call her Camo, no Mimi, cosplayer, whatever you want to call it. She likes to put on her little wolf ears and her wolf tail. She said, "Aru, woof woof." She will sniff you and pounce on you. She is that girl. She is our weird girl. We fucking love her. I wanted to make her outfit very fuzzy, as if it were like fur. So I gave her a very big puffy collar, and I gave her puffy sleeves, and her ankles go into these boots that also have a faux fur thing going on. And I wanted to do almost like an implied werewolf type of style. That's why she has so many rips and seams in her designs. I wanted it to be like she was mid-transformation into a werewolf, like she's bursting out of her clothes. I hope that makes sense. Please tell me that makes sense. I also wanted to lean in to the DIY aspect of her. Coffee's character likes to make her own outfits, so she bought boots, and she did that very cute thing where you either draw on or physically craft claws to put onto it, and she has a belt buckle with a little paw thing that I feel like she made, and she has wolf paw prints over her titties, because I just thought they looked really cute. And compared to her old design, her hair had these really tight coils, but I let them a little bit looser for this one. I just feel like it matches the fluff of her hair even more. And I was honestly the most excited to design Coffee, but I feel a little disappointed with what I came out with. I think it's because as an artist, I struggle a lot with very monotone color palettes. Oh shit, yeah, and shout out to my friend Sam. He suggested that I go with sheep's ear earrings. I wish I made them a bit more prominent because honestly, it just kind of looks like a big white drop that it just doesn't really blend well with the design, but it's a very cute idea, and I feel like if I was a weaker woman, I would make a third version of Coffee as design, but I need to follow my own rules and just be happy with what I have. She is our furry, she is our girl, she is weird, she said uwu pounces on you, you're so warm. Oh, why did I say that? She is our caffeine addict, she is our coffee, and we love her. Doing a hard pivot from least favorite to absolute most favorite, it's the Immortals. I love these two so much. I'll start with Ice Cream. Ice Cream's whole deal is that they're very tiny and cutesy to contrast the fact that they're a little hell demon. But the thing about making short, unassuming characters is that I can accidentally make them look like a child, and I just kind of hope I didn't do that, and if I can be so bold, I think I might have done pretty well. For their outfit, I took inspiration from Cult of the Lamb. I wanted them to look, and bear with me here, like a cult leader-ish. I also, instead of giving them a regular human skin tone, I shifted it to more of a washed out gray to imply that they're not fully human, because in this adaptation, they're both ice cream and french fry, otherworldly beings who are posing as human. And on the topic of outward appearances, I wanted to make ice cream more androgynous. I don't think every non-binary or genderqueer character needs to be or should be androgynous, but for ice cream, I'm definitely getting that vibe. A bunny hair bow was also way too cute to pass up, so I slapped one on there and I made the shorts these sort of layered frilly type things. It's cute, trust me. In stark contrast to ice cream, french fry is like 8 feet tall. They are huge, and also they're probably my favorite design I've done for the cast, maybe even my favorite design ever. I initially looked into human Princess Celestia designs for them, something that was very regal and flowy, but kinda armored to reference back to dragon scales, but instead I switched gears and leaned more into the wish-making aspect and went with a marriage of genie designs with a hint of Breath of the Wild Gerudo clothing, because Gerudo clothes are literally peak fashion. I briefly considered giving french fry straight up horns, seeing as they're supposed to be otherworldly, but went instead with these huge hair drills that may or may not hide actual horns on their head. I'm usually pretty avoidant of small details, so I set my comfort zone aside and blasted the outfit with small diamonds, wispy details, and dangly jewelry, trying to give off the vibe of something magical. Also, Fwy is canonically thick, so they have thighs for days, and all I want is to be carried in their arms and held and be secure. I love you, Wish Dragon. Sandals and flowy hair to round out the design, and honestly, these two look amazing and are the cutest couple of the millennia. Ice cream and french fry, I now pronounce you as cuties. Oh my god, did Slushy give me the worst heartache of my life. I'm just gonna show you all of the, I think it was like 8 poses I went through, and it was just the poses, not even her outfit, just the poses. Slushy was hard for me. I had a pretty good idea for all the outfits for everyone going in, except for her. Her whole shtick is that she is the sort of Gen Z, early millennial stand-in, and she likes fandom and anime. That feels like it should be pretty obvious, but for some reason for me, it really just wasn't clicking. I thought about going with a 2014 Tumblr girl aesthetic, but that didn't really match her, and for a hot second there, I was building sort of a pastel goth or goth pastel punk type of deal with her, but nothing was really working out, so I talked with a couple of my friends and I came up with this. Slushy dresses like she is the main character in some high school girl anime. Slushy was that girl in your middle school who was very well-meaning but also very loud, always bringing Ramune and Pocky to school, maybe Naruto running in the hallways, and trying very, very hard to learn Japanese, but it never really went anywhere, and she was probably really annoying until a few years after you graduate you realize, you know what? She was living her life and you fucking love her for it. I gave her a pleated skirt with a thin little belt and those socks that go all the way up to just below the cutoff of where the skirt is. I also made the bows on the stockings or socks or whatever they are. Instead of a traditional bow shape, quote unquote, I tried to make them look like Sailor Moon bows, which always looked very like specific to me. I also gave her a crop jacket because haha, slushies are a cold drink and you wear jackets when you are cold. Aren't I just so aren't I so funny? I also gave her the long black fingerless gloves that I feel like almost every girl who was really into anime when I was in middle school and high school were wearing. And look, I could be wrong, but I believe that her shirt says Fox in katakana. Source, believe me, trust me bro. I was really strapped for more detail, so I asked my brother, hey, what do you think this type of girl would wear? And he said, I feel like she would have one of those really annoying and loud con bags. And I'm like, you mean like my purse? Which looks like this, by the way. And he said, yeah, exactly. So, Slushy with the Ida bag is so canon. You cannot tell me it's not canon. She has frogs and mushrooms and Animal Crossings and a bisexual pin. She wears that thing everywhere and it's so loud with every step she takes. I went in not knowing what the hell I was gonna do with this fox, and I came out being so happy with how she looks. Slushy, you're our favorite tall fox girl. Oh yeah, she's like maybe like 6'2". I want her to be huge. And I love her. We love you, Slushy. Kisses, hugs. to end this video, it's everybody's favorite little hellion child. It's Sody Pop. Sody, I probably had the clearest vision. Sody Pop is that 8-year-old that you see who wears the most ultimate drip. Sody Pop is that 8-year-old who has the decked out tennis shoes that probably cost 4 of your paychecks. Like, who is this person who's giving their child like $300 shoes? Sody is just one of those kids who is constantly rowdy and has energy, and I feel like it would be a struggle in the morning to try to get him to actually do his hair, so I feel like most days his mom just throws up her hands and says, you know what, we're gonna put you in pigtails and just put you out into the world. And he loves it and he rocks the look, but aside from his pretty standard outfit, I was way too tickled and way too happy with myself to give him old P merchandise. And look, Chikn Nugget Incorporated or whatever. If the Chikn Nugget writers and merchandisers come across this video, I will give you full rights to make an old P what's it called? Old P fanny pack. Please. I will sign documents. I want this to be a real thing because it looks so stupid but so cute in my drawing, and I would absolutely wear that in real life. I don't know who decided it was a good idea to give a 7-year-old constant soda and buy him $90 sweaters, but he loves it. He is living the life. Sody Pop, you are our favorite little hellion child. And with that, we have the full and complete cast of Chikn Nugget characters if they were just one of us. Not gonna lie, I was a little unsure going into this, but looking at everyone side by side and just how cute the colors are, and all my friends say they like the design, I think I am very, very, very quite proud of what I did here today. If by any chance you just haven't checked out any of the Chikn Nugget episodes, I definitely think they're worth a little watch. And they're all like 15 seconds, so if you just want a nice, dumb, cute little show to watch while you're, I don't know, in the bathroom or something, go check them out. I want to say thank you to you, yeah, the person listening to this right now. Thank you for watching. I very, very much hope that you enjoyed these designs. I know I didn't get the full cast, including that very cute new guy who came in, the little bat, what's his name, Onion Ring. If you guys like this video and you want to see me do their designs, I mean, you can let me know. Rally in the comments. I'm not sure how to transition into this very smoothly, so I'll just say it outright. I do have a Patreon now. If you've ever been interested in seeing the behind the scenes artwork or just getting early access to my content, if you feel like it, if you don't, that's chill too. But for real though, I really, really, really super duper hope that you guys have just an amazing day. I hope you love this video. Just know that I love you, and don't be afraid to make bad art. When you think you're gonna make bad art, you might make good art. So yeah, take that, TikTok. Okay, bye!